All right, so if you're watching this video, you are concerned with culture in your company. So what we're doing here is we're going to go over 5 top things to how to implement a nice company culture. It's important 5 things here. We'll review them one by one, things you can do immediately in your company, how to address it, how to create this great culture that's going to keep putting you forward to growth. So first one we're going to dive into is team meetings and team outings. So we'll talk about that a little bit. There's a lot of different opinions on team meetings and team outings too. You know, I just heard actually our good friend Elon Musk, one of his top tenets is actually he doesn't do team meetings, which I actually disagree with. This is one of the things I do disagree with him on. I think team meetings are a crucial way to develop relationships within the team and also keep bringing the vision to the table to make sure you guys are all going on the result you want. So team meetings are crucial. Team outings are very similar, right? They just connect people on a different setting. You're getting out of the office. You're not doing this work-related task. Maybe there's some alcohol involved where people can connect on a personal level because that's super important for culture too. You don't want to just be super hyper-driven on business growth. We all know that that is a key component of it, but you want to have this family community environment, and you do that by your outings. The meetings for me, I believe that team meetings should be relatively short. If you're going to have a big team meeting, maybe a little longer, but team meetings should be 40 minutes. You need to be having communication between departments. You need to have the whole team on board. And it's super, super important for everyone to make sure hey, this is where we're going. Let's bring the communication to the table. Let's see where we are at. Do we need to change things? Do we need to course correct? What is each department doing? It's a big part of communication. It's a big part of creating a great company culture. So that's our first thing there. Our second one is going to be open lines of communication. So we'll throw that up here. Now, there's a couple things with this. In reality, you want to make sure your company, or in any company, there is a chain of command. It's important to make sure you know who you report to. But you can't allow there not to be open lines of communication. If this doesn't happen, people aren't going to feel heard in the company. So for you to make sure that you have to tell everyone, hey, you can come across this chain of command if needed, and the door is always open. That's an important part of culture. I always tell my staff here, and honestly, I believe it's a massive part of the culture, being honest and having that open line of communication with anything that can arise. Because in the end of the day, going back to the team meeting, team outing, that bonding, that culture, you have to make sure this communication is there so people feel heard, so you can evolve and go forward to the next goal. Our next one, it's a little different from that, is competition. So culture and competition, right? We gotta compete. I'm not sure how many people on your team are gonna be athletes, but competition is crucial for growth. Without competing, you're not striving for more. And it could be fun. Competition is fun. It's hey, let's put this on the table. We do it with our offices. One office versus another. We're going to compete. Where are we going? How many X amount of visits do we want to get? How many people do we want to get better and send them to training? We're always going to have these little competitions. It's fun across the board, and it drives you forward. It's a natural part of having a good, successful culture is that competition mode. The fourth one is going to be have fun together. So this can go hand in hand with outing, but it's a little different because this is something that we do in our office, in the clinic. We have fun together. You want to make sure you're professional in your office, but you also want to make sure you're having fun. You spend so much time with people you work with, and if it's just a drag and it's not bringing you along, it's not pushing you forward, or you hate being there and you're not having fun, no one's going to succeed. If you have one person on your team who's saying this is a drag, I'm just clocking in, I'm clocking out. When I'm here, I don't feel welcome. I'm not doing what I love, and the people around me, it's just not a fun environment. That company won't go far. So having fun together is a crucial part for culture as well. The last one we're going to talk about is just transparency. This kind of goes with open lines of communication, but it's a little different, right? And this comes from the top, I think. So transparency is the people at the top, the CEOs, the managers, the top level execs. They should all be transparent to what's going on in the company because that's important. We're not lying to each other. We're telling each other what's going on so everyone can be on the same path. Like, hey guys, this is what's happening. I'm being transparent with you. This is where we're going. This is where we need to go. Let's do this together. That's an important part for culture. So these are 5 basic things we can work on to get your company culture going. If you do like that, please give us a comment, like it. We're trying to grow this page. Give us some feedback on what you want to hear. But try these out in your company. Thanks for watching.